Good morning, you are watching OpTv Global News with me Sobia Ali. Let's start by taking a look at the headlines first. Let's get to the top stories of the day. First of all, international headlines. The United Nations has said missiles have hit a radioactive waste disposal site in the Ukraine's capital of Kyiv. There are no indications of a release of a radioactive material. Ukraine is agreed to talk with Russia after 4 days of conflict. Ukrainian delegation would meet the Russia one at the border of Belarus. The United States, for the first time, has approved the direct delivery of a Stinger missile to Ukraine. The decisions come on the heels of Germany's announcement of sending 500 Stinger missiles to Ukraine. Pakistan has called for the escalation of tension between Russia and Ukraine. Foreign Minister Shah Mehmood Qureshi held a telephonic conversation with his Ukrainian counterpart to discuss the situation. Protesters worldwide have been stood up against Russian aggression from Sydney to Tokyo and Athens to Washington. People have been calling for an end to the Russian military operations in Ukraine. At least 10 Palestinians were injured after Israeli forces dispersed a rally in occupied West Bank. The rally was organized to protest subtle attacks against Palestinian students. Taliban forces have arrested dozens of criminal kidnappers and smugglers in operations across Kabul. The aim was to collect weapons and arrest suspects. Fighting in Yemen has displaced over 23,000 people so far this year. They join more than 4 million people who have been displaced across Yemen since 2015. Thousands of people have been ordered to leave their homes after heavy rain smashed Australia's east coast. The death toll raised to 8. At least 12,000 people in Malaysia have been evacuated from their homes after heavy rains, acute flooding in the country's northern east states. And now let's get to the top stories from Pakistan. Pakistan reopened Chaman border days after fighting between security forces which left at last 3 dead. Pakistan elite militant groups were planned attack from Afghan soil. Prime Minister of Pakistan Imran Khan said that Pakistan is resolute and unwavering in its commitment to the nation's security. The Prime Minister added that he has always believed in finding solution to conflict peacefully through dialogue and diplomacy. Federal Minister for Defence Pervez Khattak said that Prime Minister of Pakistan will soon release a relief package for the masses. The Prime Minister of Pakistan will announce ₹10 reduction in petroleum prices and ₹5 cut per unit in the electricity rates. A 10-member delegation of the Indian Indus Water Commission arrived in Lahore. The delegation will discuss the underwater territory among other issues during the 3-day Pakistan trip. PTI's rally for province rights passes through Larkana division. Federal ministers have lashed out at the People's Party's Singh government, accusing it for 15 years of misrule in the province. Pakistan's People's Party supporters, led by Chairman People's Party Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, has begun to march toward the federal capital from the Quaid-e-Azam's mausoleum. The long march is to dialogue Prime Minister Imran Khan. Karachi has turned out to be the world's 4th largest polluted city. City's toxic air works as a slow poison, contributing to asthma, noise, allergy, sore throat, and heat disease and heart diseases. birthday of the oldest priest in Pakistan has been celebrated in Karachi. The St. Anthony's Parish Church celebrated 95th birthday of Reverend Father Melchior.
Equal justice under law. We haven't yet lived up to that promise, marginalized communities across our nation. I'm Faisal Gill. I saw how the color of your skin, so I went to law school because I wanted to fight to make the law work for all, because I wanted to give back, because Black lives matter, because we need to incarcerate less and educate more. Deserves justice.
Now let's get to the top stories from Health World. Study by Serena University Department of Medicine has proved that fresh lime juice have proven to be way more effective in quitting smoking than nicotine's gum. And now it's time for Science and Technology's World News. Mexico has made 5 tiny robots to explore Moon in scientific first. During their month-long mission, the nanorobots will take first ever lunar plasma temperature, electromagnetic and radiologic practical size. The Ukraine-made world's largest cargo plane is destroying in Russia's attack. The Antov 2.5 Milia was burned to Officail airport near Kiev. And now it's time for sports news. Shaheen Shah Afridi has created history in Pakistan Super League. The 21-year-old became the youngest capital to lift the PSL trophy as he led Lahore Qalandar to their maiden victory. Multan Sultan's keeper Mohammad Rizwan has been declared the player of HBL Pakistan Super League Season 7. Shahab Khan declared that as the best bowler of the tournament. Fakhr Zaman Beg Best Batter Award. Russian President Vladimir Putin has been suspended as the honorary president of the International Judo Federation. The judo black belt holder Putin was awarded on 18 Jan in 2014. And now it's time for entertainment world news. Pakistan Air Forces has released a song to pay tribute to the heroes of Operation Safe Retort. The song is sung by renowned singer Sahir Ali Bagga. The trailer of Hania Amin and Ali Rahman Khan's starter played Satare Pardhe Mein Rehne Do just drop. The story revolved around a struggling married couple while facing the societal pressure with a bit of comedy. Sony adventure film Uncharted again find its way atop North America box office. Comedy movie Dog held tight at second place. American series on Bollywood diva Madhuri Dixit's life has been cancelled. Madhuri said that they tried to get that sitcom approved but it didn't pan out. And now let's get to the top stories from business world. The US and its European partners have announced new sanctions against Russia. They are to remove key Russian banks from global SWIFT system. Pakistan's Fatima Group has inked $1 billion deals with two key global agriculture stakeholders, Saudi Arabians and Chinese firms. The companies will help Pakistan the adoptions of climate-smart precision agriculture from machinery and high-yielding seeds. So that's all we have in this edition of OpTv Global News. Keep watching and stay safe.
Equal justice under law. We haven't yet lived up to that promise, marginalized communities across our nation. I'm Faisal Gill. I saw how the color of your skin, so I went to law school because I wanted to fight to make the law work for all, because I wanted to give back. Because Black lives matter. Because we need to incarcerate less and educate more. deserves justice.